Every day, hundreds of thousands of police officers do their job and they do great things to help the community. But sometimes one act by an officer can drastically affect their view in society. Entertainment media and social media recently has really changed society's view of police and given them a very negative light, making all of them seem very bad. And the media has shaped the public's view of them according to their perspective biases and views toward the police themselves. So recently, stories of police brutality has been accelerated in the past few years, starting with the shooting of Michael Brown by Officer Darren Wilson. This started and it really affected the public's view because it was a big shock, and there has been stories of police brutality in the past, but this kind of was the first one. Then shortly after was the killing of Eric Garner, which is where there were multiple police that kind of overpowered the guy and choked him out, ended up killing him, which once again people were saying they had gone way too far, which was the truth. Then there was Tamir Rice, who was a 15-year-old that was shot dead in a park after having a BB gun, which didn't have an orange tip on it, which made them think it was a real gun. So he was shot dead in the park, and all of these sparked big protests in Ferguson, which was the largest protest in other areas of the country, and really caused a big uproar against police officers in general. There have been incidents in the past, though, like Rodney King of 1991, where there was videos of him being beaten by police officers. This did cause police approval rating to drop in a lot of large cities, but it later recovered, and there was another case in 1999 that happened, but that was eventually recovered from as well. But according to Ronald Weitzer, the reason that the recent events are so serious because it was a series of events in a compressed amount of time, and this causes more traction to be gained and more change to happen, which is starting to be seen. So the social media and entertainment media have helped a lot since the 90s with bands like NWA, who had profane songs created against the police and kind of started this slang against them, calling them pigs, popo, fuzz, actually more commonly cops. It's not really seen as a slang term, but it is. And all this hate is shown towards these police. And in a time during the 90s where hip hop was considered really cool culture, everybody wanted to be a part of it. So when these celebrities are saying the police are bad, everybody in society is agreeing with them, especially the young people who really follow these celebrities very easily. And also more recently, lyrics from like artist Jay-Z show a dislike for police in songs like 99 Problems and things like that. And also average people have a general dislike for police. Like in a small town, Marion, Iowa, we don't expect there to be police brutality or anything like that, but there is a general kind of bad taste in your mouth when you think of the police because we have a overstaffed department and they're criticized a lot for having very strict speeding tickets. So it's not exactly to the extent where in the inner city they really dislike police, but even average people like in Marion don't like them. But regardless of that, every day there is new videos on Twitter and Facebook, all social media, of police officers taking it too far. Once something happens, it spreads like wildfire and everybody hears about it, even in a small town like Marion. And for every incident, there are celebrities and well-known people that show their support and let everybody know which side they stand on. Like, after the Ferguson shootings, there was the Rams, led by Tavon Austin, doing the hands up, don't shoot, which was the claims made that Michael Brown was shot while he was unarmed with his hands up, saying don't shoot. So with these celebrities going out there and showing their support, it shows like the same thing as the hip hop celebrities saying that they don't like the police. When young people aspiring to be athletes see athletes do this, they want to copy them. And same type of thing with the NBA wearing shirts to say I can't breathe as a tribute to Eric Garner, who was choked out by the police, and in the video you hear him saying I can't breathe. Same type of thing when the celebrities show support, the general public also shows support, and it shows a dislike for police. And though this happens and there are some bad police officers out there. Millions of good acts are done by police, and one bad act or one stereotyping officer does not mean that every officer is a racist or will stereotype everyone that they see. Media greatly influences the views of the public regarding police officers and can greatly change the way officers are looked at by any person, even the average person. And the evidence of police brutality that exists in this country is very alarming and should be dealt with, but regardless of that, just because there's one bad officer in the bunch does not mean that everybody is bad. There's still plenty of other good officers that do a great job and do their duty to the best of their ability. And the police force has been claimed to generalize the people that they arrest, but they have also been generalized themselves by the public due to negative media coverage. But a majority of men and women on the police force are very good people and should be thought of as such.